What's going on, everybody? Michael Silva here. Very excited for today's episode. I'm going to show you how I find stocks using the Sleeping Monster scan. Why is it called the Sleeping Monster? Well, this scan is all about finding high-performing stocks that have been doing extremely well, but have been in a period of consolidation that may very well wake up again. Most recently, I've used this scan to find this ticker symbol, INVE, which I alerted on Twitter, and very shortly after, within 2 weeks, it went up 35%. Now, that's not going to be the case with all the stocks that you find on this scan, but I'm going to be walking you through what it is that I look for while running this scan. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, welcome back. We're going to start off here at Finviz.com. Look through the filters, look through the charts, but then I'm going to show you an additional way to add more fuel to this scanner. So let's go ahead and hit the screener tab from Finviz.com and then hit the tab that says All. From this point, we're going to click 6 different filters. The first filter is the 20-day simple moving average, and you want to make sure the price is above the 20-day moving average. The next one is the 50-day simple moving average. Go ahead and click that and make sure the 50-day moving average is below the 20-period moving average. The next filter is the 200-day simple moving average. You want to go ahead and make sure that that is below the 50-day moving average. This will allow the context of the chart to be most likely bullish, but we need to add more bullishness to this monster. Go ahead and click the 52-week high-low and make sure that the price is 0 to 5% below the high. Then from that point, we want to make sure that there's some liquidity in these stocks. So we want to go ahead and click, instead of having average volume at any, we want to make it at least over 100,000. From this point, you want to go ahead and double-click volume, and this will allow us to look at the most liquid stocks first. Now, the next filter is optional, but this is what I used in order to find the first stock that I introduced at the beginning of this video, ticker symbol INVE. And that is sales growth quarter over quarter. That was over 30%. Now, what I want you to pay close attention to here is when I add that filter, there's 84 stocks to choose from, as you can see right here. If I remove that filter and say any, it increases that to 1,229. So what you could also do is just say, I want a positive sales growth quarter over quarter for these stocks. That is completely applicable as well. Then from this point, you want to go ahead and click charts, then candle, then weekly. The reason why we're looking at weekly charts is because it allows us to find longer term swing positions. So now what it is that we're looking for is a stock that's clearly seen some explosive growth and has been into a period of consolidation, maybe a subtle pullback from obviously 0 to 5% from the 52-week high. So let's go ahead and look through this list and see what it is that we find. As you can see here, Vail, this is a popular name here that has been talked about in recent days that I've seen in the financial space there on Twitter, but this had a nice period of consolidation. These last couple of weeks, it's been breaking out, so we might see continued strength within Vail here. BMY, this has been consolidating for quite some long time in this channel, and now it's starting to try to break above it, so this could potentially go on the watch list here if it starts breaking. MAT, Mattel, this was in a nice period of consolidation here, and we saw a big breakout candle on large volume, so this might be worth following here, putting on the watch list. This candle here, it went explosively higher, but then the bears really stepped back in and knocked it back over. So it is something to monitor. It could make for a good risk first reward trade, especially if we don't get confirmation that we get a weekly close below the low of this previous candle. So that would go on the watch list. Here's Charles Schwab right next to it. Nice just consolidation. You can see this nice pull to the upside. Now it's kind of just trending sideways here. This is part of the financial sector. It looks pretty strong. That would also go on the watch list. That looks like a monster move, and it is kind of sleeping. Right here, FHN, very similar. You can see nice pull up, and now it's been sleeping, going sideways. So is it going to be waking up? What I like to do is I like to put buy stop orders above the previous high and see if we can get a continuation move where my order gets triggered and more volume comes in, and then we could see a continuation run into that momentum. So as we kind of go through the list, we can potentially see more and more. Here's CAR recently broke out of a period of consolidation. JNJ, this looks like it had a pullback and is starting to gather some strength back, trying to get above that 170. Here's ticker symbol BBV. This is a pretty nice tight consolidation here, and it's starting to break above 111. It doesn't have volume really supporting the move as of right now, but it may very well come in. Here's MXIM, also nice period of consolidation here. Here's ON, nice period of consolidation. This is a semiconductor. You can see it's higher lows stepping in, up to pressing to the all-time high. So that could be another nice play as well. HBI, there is just a lot of different really good setups here looking at this specific chart, and there's plenty to choose from. Even if I click, the next page, look at this MDT. So if you caught this one, awesome. Nice period of consolidation, but it already kind of made its move. Doesn't mean it can't continue higher though. Here's APH, nice period of consolidation right around that all-time high. ADI, also a nice period of consolidation there. MOS, just look at all of these setups. It's absolutely just amazing right now finding all of these setups. Now, like I said, you can remove this sales growth quarter over quarter and make it any if you choose to. If you uncheck it right there, it gives you more options to choose from. And you can go through this list as well, see if anything pops up here at the top that catches your eye. My eye went right to HPE, Hewlett-Packard. Actually, so it's a very tight consolidation. We have volume supporting this breakout move right here. This stock was actually alerted by a stock market wizard, Mark I can't pronounce his last name, Mark Manverini. But he did announce this chart, and this still looks very good. So just a lot of good things going on here. GGB, this is steel stock, just a huge move, a lot of volume coming into this. That's, you maybe want to wait for a pullback, maybe not. I mean, that's a lot of volume coming into this, and they've been playing pretty well. But clearly that has been the monster already is waking up there. So if you're looking for sleeping monsters, that might not be the one. Key could be a sleeping monster. There's just so many charts to go through. So how do we add an extra element into this to really hone in on what could be a sleeping giant here? Well, in order to do that, we're going to have to use another website, and it's called barchart.com. And the extra element that we're going to be adding in is to find out a sector in the stock market that is performing. So we're going to be adding another filter here very soon. Head over to barchart.com, and I'll show you now what to do next. All right, so we're here at barchart.com. What you want to do is click stocks, and then from there under sectors, you want to do stock market sectors. From this point, what you want to do is click, instead of having today as the filter, you want matrix short term. Now what it's going to show us is the 11 sectors here in the S&P 500, and it's going to give us their performance for today, 5 days, 1 month, and 3 months. So right out of the gate, what I like to do here is look at some of the sectors that have been seeing strong 3-month performance, then 1 month, and 5 days, sorry. But a very easy way to determine, hey, what's really performing right now and what's been performing, in the last 3 months. It's just look at which of these are all green. That's the simplest way. And, if we go here, well, financials, the last 5 days, it's slightly down. So you might want to look at financials here. No, there's no reason why you can't. But right here, materials, green across the board, including the last 5 days. And what I like here is noticing that the last 5 days, there's only very few sectors that have been performing. So materials is one of them, and industrials is one of them. And also down here too, healthcare and real estate. So I mean, it's just overall just, 3 month is green, 1 month is green, and 5 days. So what I would do is I would go into Finviz and I would look through each of these individual sectors to see if there's any even better setups to help kind of narrow that list down. So let's go ahead and just start with materials, for example. So we're here at finviz.com. What we want to do is click sectors and then add in materials right here. It's basic materials. So go ahead and click that. And now what it's going to do is filter out down to 39. So there's GGB, right? Clearly it's been on this monster run, but it has been awoken already. The giant is moving, which doesn't mean that you can't, get into it still. If you find, a decent pullback or setup, determining on your play. But for the sleeping monster, I like things that have been going sideways. And I mean, look at this right here, MOS. And we're doing this live, by the way. Real time, I should say, because I haven't looked at these individual stocks yet. But here's MOS. So what we got here is agriculture inputs. You can see it has been on this nice monster run. The monster has been sleeping. And I think that if we get above 35, that could send this a little bit higher. So this to me would definitely go on the watch list. Not only is it been in a performing sector, but it's also a sleeping monster. in a performing sector. So that could be a wicked, wicked move if it does start breaking out. So that would definitely go on the watch list right here. I really like that. Here's Stld. This is a steal. You can see here for the last 3 weeks, a lot of indecision taking place. Is it going to continue to consolidate or go higher? You know, who knows if that giant's going to wake up or that monster is going to wake up. Here's TROX, another one that's been consolidating nicely here. VEDL. Just a lot of different ones to choose from. So there's basic materials. We also said industrials. This will be the last one that we'll use. So we'll go ahead and click industrials, and you can see just going down the list here. This has been in a nice period of consolidation, and it's starting to wake up. So maybe we get more performance out of Otis. Let's see here. UNP, railroads, interesting. So they've really been consolidating these last 3 weeks. A lot of indecision taking place. UPS right here, trying to break above that 180. Nice period of consolidation. Very smooth channel. EMR, another very tight area of consolidation, a lot of indecision. And what I like about this right here is it makes for a good risk versus reward trade. You can have stop losses just under the periods of consolidation, and you can have an entry hanging out above, or even potentially just get in as a speculative buy early. It's up to you. Here's ETN, also in a nice little period of consolidation. So just some really good ones. You know, I said that was going to be the last one, but I think healthcare was also on that list. So let's just go ahead and pull up healthcare. Let's see here. Look at, so this was in a nice period of consolidation. Look at PPD, but look at the monster woke up, supported by a lot of volume. So that could be what happens. You know, you never know. Here's that ABBV, CVS right here, also consolidating. Maybe potentially breaks out of that all-time or that high here on the chart. DGX also trying to break above that 132, 133 range. Just a lot of good setups overall. So that's all I really have on the sleeping monster scan. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully you try it out. Let me know in the comment section below. Have a good day.